Ayo, it's your boy, Skinny Penis. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. That introduction was courtesy of Paige's request. Because she wanted it. Hey yo, it's your boy, Skinny Penis. But yes, good evening. Hello, welcome. I've lost all my emotes. Duty. Social, that's the one. It's been a little while. It's been a little while. Wait, yes. Hello, everybody. Yes. How have you all been? I know it has been a little while for, Mayo, why are you standing on Holscherfon's desk like that? That's very uncouth of you. I do believe I'm exactly where I last left off, which I'm sure no one will remember. But it will be on YouTube. If everyone wants to catch up on the first 40 levels of this. That's what I was going to do. Gotta check my hotbars again. Things are all different. Okay. There we go. And there somewhere. As you can tell, I am joined once again by my wonderful, beloved fiance, Pitch, who is hunting down our wonderful pupper. Oh yeah, she slipped off the beanbag and says, "Hello, I see you." Oh, she's stretching out.
Why are you not roasting?
Because she is Minpin, therefore she does not require. She does not roasting. Oops.
She's strange.
She does not roasting. How is everyone? I know it has been a while since we last did this, and only a week since. No, a couple of days since Saturday. I don't know where I am. What's going on? Quick little thing regarding this. So, I'd like to thank a good friend, Usena90. Best friends play 1990. Usena 23290 on the old TikToks for reminding me. Basically, I was at a loss earlier because I've got I finished No Way Out on Saturday, which obviously leaves my Tuesday stream slot open, and I wanted to come up with something to do for my Tuesday stream that wasn't going to be something that would either take a long time or end too quickly, you know? Because as of the 13th, I think it is, Labyrinth of the Demon King is coming out, and I've been super looking forward to that, and I will be doing that for my Tuesday streams. So, with that being the case, I didn't want to be in a position where I was going to be starting something new. Oh, that's not right. Didn't want to be in a position where I was starting something new that I couldn't finish before then, nor did I want to do like a bunch of small things, because I don't think I have a bunch of small things. That's what she said. So I figured, I posited the question to my dear friend Osel to see what he thought. And he came up with a rather elegant solution. Why not bring back our good friend, Burgle Sharkey, who has been sadly absent from our not show so much. Hey, Zariandor, how are you doing? Sorry, I just noticed your message. Yeah, so it's been a while, and he's been looking forward to it, so I thought, fuck it, yeah, we'll get on with that. Let's do that. And since I can duck in and out whenever I want, we're back, baby. However, as you can see right now, the main problem is when you don't play it for a while, a lot of your stuff gets changed. All your key bindings, all your hotbars, everything gets reset. And it had been quite a while since I'd last logged into the Burgle Sharkey account, and in fact a long time since I'd last logged into Final Fantasy XIV at all. So I needed to do that. And I was sensible enough to set everything up as it, layout-wise over the weekend, and yet I was not smart enough to have done this bit. So,
It smells like the grandparents'
oh, she's back. Is that one? Yes. But yeah, so we're back. We're gonna do this, and then when Labyrinth of the Demon King comes out, my Tuesday slot will return to being it will return to being. I've completely lost where I was. Gonna play this for the time being. Then when the thing comes out, Labyrinth of the Demon King comes out, playing that on Tuesdays, and then what I'm gonna try and do, I think, is try and duck into this on a Saturday. Because I love this game, and I've missed it. Needs more of my attention, so there you go, that should just about do. Sorry, babe? Oh, she's on the phone. Never mind. It's okay, she's on the phone with someone else. So yes, it's been a while, and now let's have a quick catch up on where we are, story-wise. So our journal J. Currently we are. Oh yeah, it's up here. Do follow the evidence. Where is the follow the evidence? Last quest we did was Road to Redemption. Lord Harshfont received a report that Lord Francel and several knights were seen headed westward. Yeah, it says dragons are attacking. We're trying to find the Enterprise. That's it. We're trying to find the Enterprise. I recall now. What is our... Oh, so many things need to be sorted out. Display settings, character configuration, the item settings, inventory open, all expanded. Sections. There's so many menu options that you've got to go through with all this. That's that. Is that visible? Yeah, it should be visible to everyone. God, the yokai models, I completely forgot all about that. 36 weapon coffer. Sort. There we go. Nice and organized, that'll do. Oh, also need. Where's me? Gisal Greens. Hello, cookies. How you do things? And then we want. Actions. That's the one. Nope, that's not the one.
Yeah, but not today. I'm just tired.
Character. Travel. Nope. Social. I want the emotes somewhere handy because I like to use those.
It's okay, I'm just calling about Katie.
How's he doing?
He's not going fine, he just has catch.
That's what I said. Not to do the whole, oh, I told you. To her. Yeah, he's. Did you see anything wrong with like his legs or anything? It's a good boy Kiwi, Paige's grandparents, pupper. A wonderful boy, we love him so much. Oh, there he is. So great. Oh, minion roulette, forgot about that, we need that.
So he's okay.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. He's just an old boy. How do you feel?
Yeah.
So he was trying his bestest to meet up with his girlfriend. Oh, he's adorable. Anything else exciting? Okay. Said speak to Horsefall. Following the evidence. Lord Horsefall suspects that someone is conspiring against Lord Franzel. As I see it, the key to proving Lord Franzel's innocence is discrediting the evidence against him. I speak of the draconian rosary found in the chest you yourself recovered. If you would, please tell me of the incident in question. So it was found in a locked chest labelled as the property of Lord Franzel. If the rosary was not his, then someone else with access must have planted it. Here's what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak with Rickman. He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across Curthus, so he may have some inkling who could be responsible. Wonderful. Come back to me, Mayo. Yay! Oh, god damn it. Movement settings, legacy type, thank you. And also keybind. Draw sheath weapon, we want. Yes. No apply. Thank you. There we go. That's better. Now we're going, where are we going? So many quests. So many quests. So, Skyfire locked. Oh, Chocobo keep. Well, met traveler, might I interest you in a Chocobo porter? Don't tell me it's first stop. Ah, yes, of course. That's fine. You've registered. That's all I needed. It is very, very warm and not a fan. Why don't you get the fan? You lie in bed with the fan on. We probably don't have energy. I believe in you. Sure. Let's go with what. Yeah, it's way too warm here at the moment. Yeah, isn't that what your granddad said?
No, it's what I say when I was looking at the weather forecast.
Keep on. I want strafe. Strafe, right. Apply. Strafe, much better. Someone tampering with shipments? Fury strike me down if all them rosaries found in our people's possessions were planted. Hey now, don't you give me that look, lad. I'm a house art man through and through. This heresy nonsense is bad. This heresy nonsense is bad for me and my family too.
Did you refill the ice cube tray, by the way?
I did, yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Because I saw that you left it. I ain't saying the porters that were bringing the shipment did it, though. I know most of them what work the trade routes, and I've never had cause to question their faith. But if it wasn't them neither, then your guess is as good as mine.
Why are you using that accent?
Because I can, and we're in the north. After all, most every shipment is thoroughly inspected before it, eh? Could it have been the fellas what were responsible for the inspections? Ha! Ishgardian knights and inquisitors, a lot of them. As if they'd ever turn their cloaks. Reckon that means the porters are your most likely suspects. Hate to think of it, but maybe you should question them. There's a crew coming to Camp Dragonhead from Whitebrim Front this morning. You might consider having a word with them. Are you upset with me? Was I appropriating your culture?
I was just confused.
That's cultural appropriation, then. Sorry, that's cultural appropriation, that is.
Shut up.
Oh, any gobbies fighting in the entranceways. Yeah, I should be able to join in. Let's do a little bit of combat, shall we? Oof, hello. Peanut has come to say hello to my right arm. Hello. That sticky breath you have there. Should it all up inside my nostril holes? Beg your pardon, you suspect that we porters have been planting draconian rosaries in House Elenart shipments? What nerve! If you truly believe such nonsense, search out our parcels and see what you find. Rosaries! Oh, this one's full of dildos. I mean, what? I found a draconian thingy. Busted. Wow. Are we finished? If so, I'd appreciate an apology. But that's impossible. Once the night of Whitebrim Front concluded their inspection, I loaded the parcels into the wagon myself. And if I had been the culprit, I would never have allowed you to search for shipments. Say what you will to Lord Rochefort, I will not be held accountable for this. Yeah, you will. I'm going to say what I want to Lord Rochefort. Oh, I forgot to do, what minion we get? Hey, the little bomb. Adorable. Everyone loves to stand on this table. Did something happen outside? I thought I heard shouting. Ah, but more importantly, what did Rickman have to say? More draconian rosaries, in every single parcel bound for Skyfire locks. That beggars belief. Even the Inquisitors must acknowledge that this is no more than a crass attempt to sully House Halinard's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed his hand, and praise Helone that he did. Lord Francel's trial is upon us, and we must act now if we're to clear his name. I love you, Rochefort. Lord Rochefort needs your help to clear Lord Francel's name. From the very first, I knew it could not be so. Could not be that so many members of House Halinard were heretics. At least we can give the lie to those poisonous allegations and put an end to this travesty. I will see to prepare a formal statement regarding these developments for the Holy See. In the meantime, I would have you bear my words to Inquisitor Burgle. Brigi? Tell her that House for Thompson asks, nay, demands, that Lord Francel's trial be postponed until a full investigation has been conducted. I'll tell you what, all that reading of Robin Hobb has always rung very familiar to me recently. And I've just now remembered why. Because a lot of it feels like the northern areas of Final Fantasy XIV. Except dragons already exist. And they're a nuisance. What is it, my child? Lord Haurchefant would have the Inquisitors do what? But that is not possible. Inquisitor Guillaume presides over Lord Francel's trial at Witchdrop, even as we speak. Fear not. If Lord Francel is indeed innocent, we shall walk in Hallone's halls with the fallen heroes of Ashtar. Oh good, so we're just condemning him to death. Because, you know, he's innocent and all, so that's fine. Gonna stand on your table again. They have taken Lord Francel to Witchdrop? This is madness. The Inquisitor does not have sufficient grounds to subject him to that manner of trial. I will not stand idly by and allow an innocent man to die. Burgle, I would dispatch you and one of my knights to Witchdrop to forestall the proceedings until such time as I am able to join you and petition Inquisitor Guillaume in person. I will endeavour not to keep you waiting too long. Do whatever you must to keep Lord Francel alive. That sounds to me like permission to riot. Which way is Witchdrop? That way. I love the music in this place. It's so moody and interesting. Hello, Owlinet? No, just talk to the man. Hail, Burgle! As you can see, Lord Francel yet lives. We must try to reason with the Inquisitor, but if his guards judge us a threat, we must also be prepared to defend ourselves. Hey, I'm always ready to defend myself. Joshin, Charlemagne, Francel de Hollanard, you stand accused of heresy against the Holy See of Ishgard. Is there aught you wish to say in your defense? Hear me, brothers. These charges are false. The men and women of my line have ever opposed the Jovanians, and I am no different. Since the very birth of our nation, we have gladly shed blood in service to the Holy See. Condemn me, and you will strike a blow for the enemies of Ishgard. It is for Hellone to judge if you speak the truth. Prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men. Leap from the cliff and entrust your fate to the Fury. The righteous shall take their place in Hallone's halls, while the wicked shall reveal their draken forms and be put to the sword. Be rude. In the name of House Fortom, I beseech you, stay... Oh, that's the other guy. In the name of House Fortom, I beseech you, stay your hand. Inquisitor, we have come on behalf of Lord Haurchefant. My lord has uncovered evidence which suggests that the charges against Lord Francel are without merit. We humbly request that these proceedings be suspended until such a time as a full re-examination of the facts can be conducted. Lord Haurchefant has allowed his personal relationship with the accused to cloud his judgment. That he should harbour private doubts I might have allowed, but that he would dare interfere in legal proceedings sanctioned by the Holy See, I cannot. To defy the will of an Inquisitor is to commit heresy, a crime for which there is but one punishment. Eat snow, bitch! We must hold them until Lord Horsefort arrives, Burgle, and remember, no harm can come to the Inquisitor. You want me to fight but not kill, but I am giant axe man. Giant axe is what I do. What's going on? Why am I... Oh, I was blind. That's why. Out of touch. I should probably have practiced a bit on my personal account, which I also haven't. Look, look! Old Horsefort comes! Hell yeah! Horsefort! In the name of House Fortons, I demand that you lay down your arms! I would, sir, but they're being dicks. By this deed, you disgrace your line, Lord Horsefort. You would call upon your allies to save you, but at last your treachery is laid bare. Yes, you do. Right next to me is the best place. I'm gonna snuggle right up against you. If you possible. New. Yeah, it is. The same way that my dressing gown is also her blanket.
No. Find somewhere else to
No, mother. You are where I want you now. Nope. Not what I meant to do. I drained a draconian rosary. Nope. She said nope. It is not our intention to defy the will of the Archbishop, but this trial, like many others I fear, has been orchestrated by enemies of House Hallinard. They have used you and your fellows to sow discord, Inquisitor, to set brother against brother, that we may tear ourselves apart. The fevered imaginings of a desperate man. What proof have you of this? Drugs. By the Fury, a draconian rosary. When then the knight who refused to yield, it was he who summoned the wyvern. A heretic in the ranks of the Temple Knights. This has grave implications. Your claims would appear to have merit, Lord Horsefort. I shall withdraw my charges against Lord Francel, pending further investigation. I trust you have not lost sight of that which first brought you to Curthus, Burgle. Pray locate your errant airship and use it. Is that his way of saying get the fuck out? He's racist against my pointy head. Lord Horsefort, I have not the words to express my gratitude, but why would you risk your reputation to save mine? I've already forgotten how to do Northern accent. Because I know you, boy. You're too loyal to betray Ishgard, and too devout to question your sentence. Had we been any slower, you'd have jumped of your own free will. I would have done whatever it took to redeem House Hallinard. Praise Helone did not come to that, but it profits us little to dwell on what might have been. Let us quit this place, Burgle. Pray visit me at Camp Dragonhead once you have recuperated. Which will be in a couple of seconds. Because Burgle Sharkey needs no recuperation. He is a man of the hardest core, who does not know where he is or where he is going. miss having flights. Is anyone else enjoying this? Anyone else surviving this hot weather we're currently having? It feels far too soon. It's not even May. Why can't the hot weather wait until later? And by later, I mean like 3 or 4 years from now. You look well, Burgle. May I say what a pleasure it was to fight alongside such a fearless and skillful warrior. Were it not for you, Lord Francis would surely have died defending the honour of his house, and I might well have perished at the hands of a heretic and its wyvern. House Forton and House Halinar shall never forget your service. Now let us return to the matter of your missing enterprise. Yes, please. Lord Horshafon would like to introduce you to his witness. The man with knowledge of the Enterprise awaits you outside. I pray his information proves useful to you. He was here all along with his pointy little hat. And his tiny glasses. How quickly the commoners' opinions change. They say Lord Francis is innocent now, but just a few days prior. Anyway, you were inquiring as to the whereabouts of an airship last seen in Curthus several days before the calamity, yes? Well, it so happens that I was monitoring the night sky at the observatorium during that period. I recall that a small vessel came from the direction of Gridania and landed near the Stone Vigil in the far northwest. The garrison almost certainly seized the vessel and brought it within their walls. If so, then you would need an army of knights to have any hope of securing it. Though Lord Horshafon is, from all indication, quite fond of you, so mayhap he can lend you a few. In any case, I have done my part. I shall pray for your success, friend. Bye then. See you later, fucker. Oh, so you've at last located the Enterprise. I believe congratulations are in order. The Stone Vigil. Perhaps I spoke too soon. The outpost has been held by the dragons for years, and all access is restricted by decree of House Dudenair. I will write a letter to Lord Drillmont of Whitebrim Front and request that he grant you permission to enter. That said, I fear my influence alone will not suffice, so I suggest that you request Lord Francis do the same. Now that your business in Camp Dragonhead is concluded, I suspect we may not meet again for some time. I wish you well in your journeys, Burgle. May Helone guide you. We won't meet for a while, but when we do, it shall be sweet, because you are awesome. I love you, awesome. He's going back down south. So yes, it's already been a busy week, and it's only Tuesday. We've gotten much done. Wedding stuff. But now we can relax for a couple of days, kind of. Well, we gotta fill out that bit of paperwork, but can wait. It's not gonna be too difficult. You need to decide what music you would like to walk down the aisle to. Would you like me to offer a couple of suggestions I think might suit you? Okay. I will put some together for you. Wonderful to see you again, Burgle. If there is anything I can do to repay you, name it. So, the airship you seek is likely inside the stone vigil. It shames me to say that it too was once an outpost held by House Helenard. In the chaos that followed the calamity, the Dravanian horde caught us unawares. The fiends have held the outpost ever since. As we lack the strength of arms to retake the stone vigil, House Durandare instead has been charged with the duty. Given that, I doubt that my words will carry much weight with Lord Drillmorn. Nevertheless, I will write you a letter. Before you depart, a word of caution. The cravens who attempted to destroy House Helenar have yet to be unmasked. Though their plans were foiled, they doubtless still harbor great hatred towards us, and towards you now as well. They hate me? How can they hate me? I'm such a fucking delight. Now we're going up there. So is anyone excited for free comic book day on Saturday? That wondrous time of the year when we get a bunch of free shit. So it's the first Saturday of May. Typically. Always a good time to go find some great deals and some fantastic comic books. Not that I should be spending too much, if anything at all. At most, if it's there, I might pick up the 7th volume of Judge Dredd case files. Because I love me some Judge Dredd. He's my favourite. Always has been, always will be. I don't have a title set. Oh, I've only got one title. Interesting. That's why. Gambler. Is that all I am? I am but a gambler. And a storm private 3rd class. I should work on that. I love that feeling of knowing I've still got so much of this game yet to enjoy. Even though my main account also has so much game to enjoy. A little bit of fighting. Why not? A little bit of fighting. Nice and easy. Nothing wrong with a little extra experience, even if it was a tiny amount for the 155,000 that I need for this level. Can't believe this game is already almost up to 100 levels now. Or is it? It's level cap 100. I think it's 90. I think the next one will be 100. Not that I've gotten anyone anywhere near that. Aha. Thank you for standing at the door. You desire an audience with Lord Drillmon, do you? Ha! I desire a night in a warm bed with my wife, but wishing won't make it so. Just because you don't have a warm bed or you don't have a wife? What do we have here? Letters from Lords Horsfawn and Franson. Is it A likely? Oh, you're serious. What to do? What to do? How about you just let me in? grumpy old fart. Sir Brunadier seems ill-inclined to help you. Your timing could not have been worse, traveller. Lord Drillmore's attentions are focused solely on the stone vigil at present. In any case, it is my responsibility to escort visitors. It is not my responsibility to escort visitors, the complete opposite of what I just said. Take your letters and show them to Sir Albois. Yes, Sir Albois can surely accommodate you. Seek her in the storeroom on the opposite side of the ark. Well, at least I'm getting in. A joke there. Thank you for that. Yep, very good. Alphino, what are you doing here? Oh, you're a plumber. What on earth is that? Time is a resource we can ill afford to squander. You must gain entrance to the stone vigil without further delay.
I think I should borrow a copy of the annotated version of the Legion.
Do you want it?
Yeah, because I want to read it.
What's the difference between the annotated version and the regular version, aside from having annotations?
Well, it translates French that is in there, and people do speak quite a lot of French in that book. It's a lot of people see it as being pretentious, but it generally was just because of the time that it was published and like the backgrounds of the characters.
And a lot of Russians like to speak French.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because Russian upper class society spoke French, as did a lot of English people a long time ago when they were of a certain class background. They spoke a lot of French. Especially, I can't remember what they're called, but women who would give schooling to upper class families' children, they would speak French to them.
Mary Poppins.
Yeah, because like no one in England really speaks French anymore, but like they used to a long time ago. But it doesn't make sense why we don't extensively, because a lot of areas in the UK have a lot of dealings with France.
Yeah, I mean, we are all taught French, German, and Spanish for one of those
Not
in
Spanish.
school. Yeah, some places will Spanish.
I find that kind of useless for where we live. But
I mean, it helps if you want to go to a Spanish-speaking place like Mexico or Spain,
it does,
or
but
places in Africa.
French or German makes more sense.
French more so. German is quite a limited one.
I guess French or Italian would be.
Italian is quite useful, yeah.
But French, I think, is like the main one because that's what we have the most dealings with, and a lot of our food comes from, or at least has like French companies and stuff like that.
Yeah, why not? I mean, if it will, who knows, maybe it'll help you pick it up a bit better too.
I just always find it fun when people read classic literature and they say that the author was pretentious for using French, when it's like, yeah, I guess by today's standards it would be really weird for an author to do that if it was already published in English. Then yeah, that would be strange, but like, at least in a contemporary book, I suppose. But like, a long time ago, people just usually had like a second language, at least people who were able to go to schools that taught them that, and had like Mary Poppins style teachers in like their own homes and such.
Yeah.
Obviously not poor people, but like upper class people did. And for Russians in particular, it was a thing that they did. I don't know if they still do, I don't think so, but it used to be very commonly spoken by certain class of people. And I know this because when we read Anachronism together, that was one of the footnotes that explained the reason why there's so much French in a lot of classic Russian literature is because the upper class people who tended to be the popular writers, that's why the translated books are, they just spoke a lot of French to people.
Yeah.
Nobility. Because Leo Tolstoy, I think, was nobility. Maybe a small one, but I think he was. I'm not entirely sure, but I know he was upper class, though.
Yeah, he was pretty up there.
Yeah.
On to Alboys. Sir Brunadier bade you speak with me, did he? I know not why he presumed I would be in a better position to help, but I assure you that he is mistaken. Lord Drillmore hasn't the time to spend speaking with low-ranking knights such as I. However, he always has a moment to spare for head chirurgeon Astidian. That's a name. Why not visit the infirmary upstairs and show your letters to him? Why not? Because I can't see your stairs. Where are your stairs? Bring to me your stairs.
But aside from like translating French and stuff, it just gives you a deeper understanding of what was happening, because there are also obscure references to some things. And I know when I first read it, I didn't like it, but I feel like I didn't necessarily misread it. I know what it was about and everything, but I just feel like I missed quite a bit of that I could understand, and I just kind of understood.
It's back in Lolita.
Yeah. Because especially since when I have read the first few paragraphs of it now and then, I do get really sucked back into it. So there is something I definitely like about it. So I would like to give it another try, especially since when I did first read it, I was a much different person at the time, and so I'd like to give it another try.
Yeah. And I still got to read it myself.
Yeah.
If the Enterprise is indeed inside the stone vigil, then we must convene convince Lord Vilmont to cooperate. Estidian. Are you here to visit a patient, sir? What's this? Letters of introduction from House Fort Toms and Halinart? With documents such as these, you didn't seek an escort. Pray proceed to the barracks and speak with Lord Gordon. He should know Lord Drillmont's current whereabouts. Ah, what a waste of time. All this time. Just go in. Berengois.
You know what's funny? It's like English people not having French as a second language makes me think of like how in New Zealand Kiwis don't have Maori as a second language, even though it is taught there, same how French is taught here. But it's not like pushed for people to have it as a second language and like made so that people are quite fluent in it for like work and such, because the Maori population in New Zealand is really high. And obviously, like, French people, like, population here is not that high, but, like I said, it doesn't make sense because of what the situation is.
I imagine it's probably more like the whole Welsh situation, where, yeah, there may be a few people who speak it, but the vast majority of them will also speak English, so there's no point.
I guess.
It's such a confined language that there's no need for more people to speak it, which is a bit oxymoronic, because obviously the idea of teaching people is so that more people can speak it. So it kind of like falls apart in that sense, but in terms of a general things that will help you in everyday life, you've never been in a position where you've needed to speak Welsh.
No.
I'm sure you've never been in a position where you needed to speak Maori, even when you were living there.
No, because like similarly in Welsh, there are like signposts and such that have like the Maori like translation, but the English translation is what's at the forefront of it. So like there are a lot of like Maori communities and such, and like we were friends with some of them, but like everyone like spoke English aside from like the more elderly Maori people who had more limited speaking English, I suppose.
Yeah. What reason have you for barging into... Oh, I see. Well, you are in luck. Lord Drillmont is just up these stairs. Letters or no, though, I would not expect much. House Durandare as a whole does not hold adventurers in high regard. You'd best state your intentions quickly and succinctly. Show proper respect, and it shall be returned in kind. So all we had to do really was just go upstairs. Sir Gordon permitted you passage. Very well, speak. Excuse me.
I just decided to get a different copy of the Mirage also.
Why?
Because I wanted the Penguin Deluxe edition.
Is that not what we've got?
No, we have, it's, I don't know what it's called, Penguin English Library, that's it.
You wish.
Sorry, the deluxe editions has like the deckled edges, like the East of Eden copy.
You wish to brave a ruined outpost filled with scalekin to secure an airship that may or may not be there. Are you the avatar of the Fury herself? We are the scions of the seventh dawn, Lord Drillmon. You know our name, and you know our deeds. We are come to Kurthus to slay Garuda, Lady of the Vortex. To that end, we seek the Enterprise, the airship of Master Sid Nan Garland, who stands before you now. Master Garland, you're alive, but that's impossible. Indeed it is, my lord. Do not be deceived by their honeyed words. These foreigners are not to be trusted. At this critical moment in Ishgardian history, as House Durandar marshals its forces to retake the Stone Vigil, who should appear in white brim font but three mysterious strangers. Sid Garland, missing and presumed dead since before the calamity, and two scions of the Seventh Dawn, a defunct band of misfits recently exterminated by the Empire. Very rude. The lesser houses may have been duped by these grandiose lies, but I should hope that House Durandar would have greater sense. I know not why these three seek the Stone Vigil, but I know that we cannot permit them to pass.
How do you think people in England went through the heat when people had to wear corsets and such?
And they get naked.
Like,
Oh no, they would just die and faint. And they'd go to side rooms to undo it all and just be like, remember they would carry fans around too.
Wait, so that's why people used, women in particular used to faint a lot because...
Yeah, because they were not breathing.
Oh.
Because their fashion restricted movement, restricted breath, and overheated them.
Jesus. I can't imagine wearing shitloads of petticoats in a heat wave in the UK. That'd be fucking killing me. Before anyone's wondering if they're not from the UK, I'm not saying that 25 degrees Celsius is boiling in general. It's not. But the problem is that we have high humidity, which means it feels like you're fucking dying today. Awful.
Unfortunately, the air of the UK is very damp naturally.
So it's worse because when it's cold, it feels like it's fucking freezing, even when it's just 5 degrees, because it's so wet. And then when it's hot, 25 degrees, it feels like you're on fire.
And when it rains, when it's hot, it does not help.
Yeah.
So what it's doing is making you sticky as well as wet.
So all you fuckers who keep making fun of us on TikTok and such because we're complaining about 25 degrees Celsius heat, it's not because we say that it's actually hot, it's just because it's wet. And also, houses have no air conditioning, it's really rare in the UK, and they're built to keep heat in, not take it out, because most of the time it's cold here or mild, so heat waves are just maybe 1 to 2 weeks out of the whole entire year. That's it.
If we're lucky.
If you're lucky.
If you're unlucky, even. If we're lucky, it doesn't happen at all.
Yeah, so it's it's mostly not hot in the UK at all, so it's just irrelevant, which is why we complain about it so much. But there you go.
Also, if you ever wondered how stereotypically British we are, we just spent the last few minutes complaining about the weather.
I think everyone does that.
Yeah, but the British are particularly well known for it.
You know what?
We're impressive when it comes to queuing, weather bitching, and passive-aggressive sarcasm.
You know, when I was a teenager, I was thinking, I'm never going to talk about the weather. I fucking hate it. I'll never argue about it. And now I'm 31, almost 32, and I just complain about it all the time.
Yeah, because that's what we got.
I hate it.
We live in a fishbowl. It's like living in a vivarium all the time. Just constant, low-level humidity seeps into your skin, into your hair, clings to you like cling film.
Yeah.
That's saran wrap to Americans.
The UK cannot get to minus fucking 16 degrees like it does in some countries, because if we did, we would die, okay?
True, we do sometimes get to minus 10 and then it's fucking cold.
Yeah, but that's really rare. It doesn't even happen that often up north anymore. Maybe in Scotland, but still not even then, really.
On the plus side, I did feel a nice breeze coming from the window just now.
Oh, I feel it too.
Thank you for your counsel, Inquisitor. For a moment, I nearly believed this mama's farce. You three will not enter the outpost until we have reclaimed it, and until you declare your true intentions as well. Get out of here, you smug fuck. It could be moons before House Durandare purges the dragons in the Stone Vigil. We cannot afford to wait that long. Sid, Burgle, we must do whatever it takes to earn Lord Drillmon's trust. Understood? That means it's time to do menial labor to convince them we're good. Who to first? Excuse me. Boop, boop. Hostaford. Foursquare. Square bit. Hostaford is eyeing you with interest. You, the lad responsible for that commotion upstairs. Aye, word travels fast in White Brimfont. I gather you still wish to change Lord Drillmon's mind. If there's one thing I've learned about the man in my time here, it's that he listens to and respects the opinions of those under his command. Win over the barracks and he's sure to take notice. How you ask? That's easy. Serve the poor souls decent fare for a change. The last few supply shipments contain no meat whatsoever, and the knights are rightfully beginning to complain. I'm thinking we could prepare them steaks using mud puppy tail meat. 'Twould be a quality meal, 'tis true, but it'd be a damn... No, 'twouldn't be a quality meal, but it'd be a damn sight better than nothing. If you've a mind to lend a hand, why not await a lurking mud puppy in Danifan Pass? And take this bottle of vinegar. Locals say it weakens mud puppies by clogging their mucus glands, drying their skin. Ooh, mucus glands.
She's come out of the hole.
She's come out of her hole. Shocking. Where is it? Targeting set focus target, face target, face target sending. No movement. That's because it's not actually in there, is it? It is. Oh no. Mayo. Actions. Duty action. So let's do that. Then party travel system. Character? No. General? No. Orders. Duty action. Yes. There we go. Let's go kill some mud puppies. Makes them sound like dogs, but they're not. They are in fact weird crocodile creatures. Or are they the gross salamander things? Gotta use the sal greens twice to ensure my mayo stays. My mayonnaise. Map. Map.
What are your thoughts? Okay.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on me doing away with Lord of the Flies?
I mean, I know how much you love that book, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
I read it only once though.
Yeah, but you really enjoyed it.
I loved it.
There you go then.
So which copy do you want? Folio or like my Penguin Classic Selects?
Oh yeah. So you got your. There you go then.
I wonder if the next edition
Who did the interpreter about it? Nope. Good. This might not. Ian McEwan. Writer of boys fiction all around.
I don't know anything.
Ian McEwan, isn't he the birdsong guy?
I don't know.
It's near my birthday, so I'm gonna be rereading Fear and Loathing again. Because I love that book. Oh, she flopped back. Hello. She's looking at me upside down. Hello. Yes, salamander thing. Snoochie boochies. These are all the smoochies. Too hard to fight, but too hard to smoochie. Now this thing is tough. Mud puppy, so it's like a salad. Like people. Why not? Too big. That's what she said. Yeah, it's everything. But we're gonna eat it. We're not. We're trying to get its tail so that we can see it for lunch.
I don't think it's
That's what the guy said. He's like, it's not gonna taste great, but it'd be better than that. No. Well, I mean, people say that about frogs, but they taste pretty good. Yeah. I wouldn't say that, but acknowledge it when it happens. Well. I mean, it tastes like frog, but ironically the nearest thing to it is liquid. Like liquid. Texture and taste. And look. Like if you have a single frog leg, it just looks like a really long chicken leg. If you have a pair of them still attached to the spine, then it's
if it is European, it's Italian.
yeah, I think Italian has like overtaken French as the popular form of.
I've noticed that.
And even then, Italian is just for like your fancy nights out with your family, friends, and everything. Where you should go to like a Thai or an Indian or Chinese.
Yeah, it's like
Asian food of some sort.
If you want like interesting cuisine in the UK, like aside from Indian food, it's either Italian or Japanese.
Japanese.
Yeah, there's quite a few Japanese restaurants around here now too.
I can think of one noodle bar. I do need to go to sometime.
Or if you want something else Greek.
Yeah, Greek's fairly popular. Turkish as well.
Which I love both of them.
Oh, I love Turkish.
We just think of the rest of the
got it bad is. Greek was much more popular in the 80s. There was like a boom of Greek restaurants and I think Greek immigration during the 90s. In the 80s, sorry. It didn't work, did it? I thought it was ah. Oh, right. Did I get that wrong? Oh dear, remind me to never wander near mud puppy spawning grounds without a bottle of vinegar. Any road, this should only take a moment. I'll just need to do this, and voila. Never seen a man cook steak so fast, have you? Take these 3 and distribute them to the hungry knights here, and up above. That's right. Partway through there, it became a terrible northern accent. Generically northern. We ought at least... Oh, it's a woman. We ought at least receive a hearty meal before we march off to die in this godforsaken waste. Don't know what that accent was. Is that fresh cooked steak? Hello, and his blessing upon you, my friend. Mud puppy meat or no, it's the most delicious food I've had in a fortnight. There you go. Apparently, it's delicious. Ignimortal, that's a name. Ever must we train to maintain our skills at arms, yet never are we to receive proper sustenance. Have some dubious meat. You are a godsend, my friend. Too few appreciate that House Durandare must do more than its fair share for the sake of Ishgard. Got one last steak going cold. Someone order a steak. No. I'ma eat it. No, I won't. That was a lie to scare you. Instead, it scared me. Wee. Oh. Theophylline. You there, lad. Don't think I didn't see you and the cook conspiring together. Let me make myself perfectly clear. If you wish to buy my trust with a steak, it would be my pleasure to oblige you. That sentence did not go where I was expecting it to. Wahaha, yes, I feel invigorated, refreshed, as if I have the strength of 10 men, and their wits besides. I should have no trouble concocting a new reason to refrain from sentry duty, you lazy shit. It feels wonderful to see everyone in such high spirits. Amazing what good food can do for morale, eh? But I've forgotten about the hard-working chirurgeons at the infirmary. So rarely do they make their meals here at the hall. Mind taking this steak to Senota? My hair stuck in me fucking head too. She's doubtless so preoccupied with the health of her patients that she's neglected to attend to her own. I don't. Which of these naughty middle-class people are out there smoking the devil's lettuce, eh?
Does anyone else feel sick when they smoke weed? Because it makes me feel sick. Like the smoke, it's fucking awful.
It does the opposite to me.
Obviously after, once I'm high, it's fine, but those first few puffs of it just fucking burn the shit out of my throat and my chest, and I want to puke from it.
That's why we definitely need to get you a bong.
It's awful. My stomach turns literally just thinking about it. It's the worst.
Because fortunately you don't have an experience of raw dogging cigarettes like I do, so it's a lot harsher for you. You get used to it. There we go. Beg your pardon, sir, but I'm busy attending to this man. I'll be with you in a moment. Eat your meat. How can you have your pudding if you don't eat your meat? Is that... Come to think of it, it has been quite a while since I last ate. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a nibble. Oh my, this is fantastic. Thank you so much. I'll eat the rest right away. Bread or stew? What do you think, Beb? Stew it is. Raptor stew. Because I can only have one.
You'd have bread with the stew.
Yeah, but now we only get the one. You don't exactly have millions of rations here. Sid would like to furnish the infirmary with a new alembic. Might I have a word with you, Burgle? It concerns the chirurgeons. After speaking with them earlier, I learned that they lack sufficient alembics for their needs, you see. So I used some of their broken equipment to craft a more advanced alembic, both as a gesture of goodwill and as a means to help me recover my memories, since working with my hands kindles familiar feelings. All I require to complete the device are the cores of 3 ice spirits. Though commonly used to reduce the temperature of alchemy mixtures, there is a way to alter their properties so that they draw the cold within, rather than radiate it without. It must sound ridiculous to you, impossible even, yet somehow I know it will work. Let's go kill some frosties. They're gonna taste great. They're gonna taste great. I love the sound of frosties hitting my plate. Little bit so we can see what we are doing and where we are going. Gotcha. One. Sparkle. Big. Sometimes I can't. Birdie, why did you attack me? Now I have to kill you. Even have surging tempers? We stole the cores. It's okay, Peanut. Just closing the door slightly. Alpha now. What do you have to say? Times okay. Same thing as before. Upstairs we go. Have you obtained the cores? If so, please show them to me. No. You will trust that I have done it, and that will be enough. What an amazing device, but is it truly an alembic, sir? I've never seen its like before. I, too, am unsure what to make of this machine. While certainly impressive, I have no idea how to make use of it. Nevertheless, if it is as effective as he says, it'll be a great boon to the infirmary. Think of the medicines we could create, the lives we could save. Even so, I wonder. Ware thee the kindly stranger, bearer of gifts wondrous and strange, for his generosity comes at cost. No, it doesn't. Fuck off. You, your stupid soul patch. Who are you? Fucking Tony for Tony? Whatever it's called. Tony for Tone. The fat one from NSYNC. Their earnest effort. Wait, his name is literally Fat One. Tony Fat One for Tony. Their earnest efforts are but a means to an as yet unknown end. Moreover, you should be wary of associating with individuals who have interfered with the questioning of a suspended heretic. They did what? Bless you, Inquisitor, for coming along when you did. We almost succumbed to the temptation proffered by these unbelievers. Fuck you, dude. Your stupid shoes. Why does that man detest us so? Is it all because we interrupted Lord Francel's trial? Whatever his reasons, he clearly means to oppose us at every turn. He's just a dick. We should bury him in the snow. Welcome to the East Coast and its snow. Sid is concerned about Inquisitor Guillaume. Before we can persuade Lord Drillmont to help us, it seems we must convince Inquisitor Guillaume that we are not his enemy. But just how might we go about doing that? We know little and less about the good Inquisitor, despite him being such a prominent figure in Curthus. Perhaps we should learn more by speaking with the people of Whitebrim Font. Share your findings with Alphano in the square. I'm sure he can formulate a strategy from there. Listen to these rhymes. They will help you all the times. I want to play cards. Oh, I'm talking to him now. Inquisitor Guillaume. Yes, of course I know him. Alas, I have not seen him since the day he came to Whitebrim Font, several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall that a blizzard nearly buried us in snow that day, and I had the ill fortune of being assigned to the Night's Watch. While the stronghold slept, we walked the walls and patrolled the exterior in a darkness black as pitch. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point, where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. Thinking it was a wayward traveler, I cried out and gave chase, but slipped and took a terrible fall. When I woke, I was days later in this very bed, where I have lain recuperating from my injuries ever since. I had tried to rescue him, but in the end, Inquisitor Guillaume rescued me, carrying my unconscious body to the gates. I owe him my life, sir, and I hope to one day repay his kindness. Yeah, fuck all that. Play cards. A game? Why, it would be my pleasure. The boredom fair drove me mad, so long I have lain here, unable to train. But now, once more, I shall take to the field of battle. Ooh, got a new card. Recommend me a deck. Oh my god, he has tonberries. I love tonberries. I know I'll lose it, but I can probably get it back. Oh, really? I regret everything. I will play you again, Jolot. It's an Amalja. Bet you thought I'd forgotten about that. Keto Brimbo. You want the Keto Brimbo PP? Hey, look at the Keto Brimbo. What you mean? As I may have mentioned at some point, I have recently discovered myself to be an enormous Lord of the Rings fan, so of course I played the Shadow of Mordor game and learned the identity of the forger of the One Ring, is what I was reading. Silmarillion. And Paige has discovered a certain degree of enjoyment from my uttering of the name Celebrimbo, and then Celebrimbo as I advocated. What? Oh. Huh? I won something. Or something. Ba-bum-bum. I won. But I did not win his card. Damn you. Ow. He kicked my ass. Once more. You're feeling. I got his ton, Betty. He got me with the Amalja. God damn it. That's annoying. Never mind. Oh well. I shall take my loss and go elsewhere. Thank you. Jesus, what's going on over there? Oh, attack of dummy. That's right. I thought war had come to us. Inquisitor Guiana, I haven't the foggiest of whom you speak. Unbeliever. Aye, we have learned of your deeds at Witchdrop. I will not be party to whatever dastardly schemes you have hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you. Bitch. But I'm a good boy. Patrick. Patrick stares at. Under Inquisitor Guillaume's watchful gaze. Let me try that sentence again. Under Inquisitor Guillaume's watchful gaze, unprecedented numbers of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice. They say he goes days without sleep. So great is his devotion. Blessed are we to have such a goodly, righteous man to protect us. That sounds like something that Pat would say. Brianne. The Holy See has decreed that the Inquisitors are the arbiters of Heloni's will. They are to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect. Well, that was an informative little conversation we had just now. Basically, he has poisoned everyone's mind against us. Because he's scared of our awesome tale. And I mean that as a double entendre. Both my tale as my story and my tale as my cool tale. Shiver. In case you hadn't noticed, my attire is ill-suited for this climate. Yes, I had noticed. You dress like a gimp. I realized it soon after our arrival, but paid no mind as I had hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we've wasted too much time meddling in local affairs. Sigh. Never mind. Our journey is almost at an end. All that remains is to deal with this irksome Inquisitor. Sid tells me you've been busy making inquiries, yes? It should come as no surprise that he is held in high regard. Even so, I am beginning to suspect he has other reasons for hindering us. Now. Let us more closely review the testimonials you obtained, Burgle. Mayhap they will help us... Excuse me. Mayhap they will provide insight into Inquisitor Guillaume's motivations. Whoop. Level 41. Alphino appears to be a deep thought. Something troubles me about the wounded knight's account. He claims he fell chasing a figure in the darkness that he saw outside the eastern gate, yes, but the main road leads to the southwestern gate. Since we've arrived in Whitebrim front, I've seen no travelers arrive by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city, which would imply that the Inquisitor came from the north of the eastern gate, not south. But it cannot be so. That way lies naught but a deep chasm. Assuming Sir Jolot is not misremembering the Inquisitor's behavior, that night makes absolutely no sense, at least to me. Mayhap the retracing his steps will shed light on this mystery. He's a ghost. He's a ghosty. What do you think? Oh, I missed. Ah. Let's just wait to heal up a little bit, shall we, from my my little dive. It's a dragon. Dragon bone. The air begins to crackle with ethereal energies. Plasmoid! Can't get over this dragon tail. Can't get enough of that sugar crisp. Sugar crisp. Sugar crisp. The Inquisitor's corpse. Maybe he is a ghost. I've actually forgotten this part of the game, so my ghost comment was a joke. Entirely born from facetiousness.
You know, this book and Catcher in the Rye are two books I never expected to like because of how, like,
Teenage
at the time
boy.
they were almost, they were just aimed at, like, preteen to teenage boys at the time.
Yeah.
Like, obviously nowadays, books obviously do still have target audiences, but they're often not as aggressive as they used to be in most cases. So it's like, most things that even if they're like aimed at women just because they're, like, for example, romance books are mainly, like, predominantly read by women, like by statistics they did, but so lots of men read them, so they're not really aggressively aimed at women. In like some cases, you know, like the book Bridget Jones' Diary, for example, is aggressively aimed at like women
Of a certain age.
yeah, who are like the same age as Bridget and stuff. Books like that, I just think aren't as common as people make them out to be. I just think that books in general do have general target audiences, but like most people who read will just read them anyway and still like them or not, depending on what the content is.
If it's a good book, it'll be liked by anyone regardless of who it's aimed at. But like you say, most authors these days don't write with a specific, like, gender in mind.
Yeah.
They might write with a specific type of person in mind,
Yeah.
but not necessarily male or female or in between.
Yeah.
Although there might be quite a few people who are writing specifically for the in between.
Yeah, but I just think that, because like books just used to be a lot different in terms of marketing and what the author had in mind for people who were reading it, I suppose. It does still happen, but just to a much lesser degree than what it used to be. Like, I had noticed that a lot when I was a kid, and I would read like books that were just left behind by my uncles or like my auntie and stuff like that, and I could see how they were just aggressively marketed towards either young boys or young girls. It was really weird to me because at the time this was like the early 2000s, and most books that I was reading that were for like little kids were like, yeah, but they're for everyone kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
This is interesting.
You found something, didn't you? Well, don't keep me waiting in suspense. Let's see. Bloody encyclical. What? Yeah, encyclical. Whatever the hell an encyclical is. Given the contents of this encyclical, I believe you have just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor Guillaume.
Does that mean encyclopedia?
I don't know. How many people?
Like, is that like,
I don't know. I'm going to say Google encyclical.
I've never seen the word before.
A papal letter sent to all bishops of the Roman Catholic Church.
So not.
No, not encyclopedia. Newly come to Curfus and murdered on the day of his arrival. Ah! Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity. But even if we were to behave oddly, who would dare question the wisdom of a papal appointment? Or papal. Still,
I'm gonna read the paperback instead.
I'm smelling that weed now. Still, while this is incontrovertible proof that the Inquisitor is an impostor, we have yet to discern his true identity or why he has decided to oppose us. We must proceed quickly, Burgle, before he learns that his deception has been discovered. New weapon, cash. Weapon coffer. Can't get enough of that sugar crisp, sugar crisp, sugar crisp. Can't get enough of that sugar crisp. Keeps me going strong. A mithril boosh. Can I equip it? Yes, I can. Can I equip it? Yes, I can. Sorry. It's better. Keeps me going strong. Yeah. He's going. and give me thebatons or something else. Since Lord Drillmon has already been turned against us, I fear that this encyclical alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But what might persuade a man so quick to disregard the endorsements of 2 high houses? The cook did say that the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of his knights. If a certain knight were to provide testimony that supports our claim, yes, mayhap that is the only way left to us. Confront Sir Joliot with the evidence you discovered and see if it helps him to recall the truth of that night. As a man of faith, he may find it difficult to cope with such a horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the enterprise. Yes, we must. Joelo. Oh, you have returned. Is there something else you wanted to ask? The Count of Monte Cristo.
Yes, time to start that bitch.
The Count of Monte Cristo.
It's one of the books that I wanted to start this year, because I keep putting it off, so I'm gonna read it.
The Inquisitor is an imposter? Don't be preposterous. That could not possibly be true. What's up with you and P-words? He is a paragon, see, of virtue, a dedicated servant of the Fury. Who would have me believe that it is all a lie? If you are so certain that your ludicrous story is true, then go and speak with Sir Prunilla. She was at the Eastern Gate that night, and she helped the Inquisitor carry me here. But I will never speak against the man who served him and saved my life.
Ooh.
Ooh.
There's the other side too, do you think?
That's grim.
Yeah, it's the pilot bit fine.
Yeah. Prunilla.
This is like $17. I'm assuming US because it doesn't say.
Yeah. I do not believe I know you, sir. Pray move along and trouble me no more. Are you in the habit of handing bloody documents to strangers? Why would you show me such a dreadful thing? I know naught of it. Naught of it. Not at all. Oh, I think you know a little bit of it. What? Do you doubt my words? Away with you. I will suffer this land and no more. / doubt it. Duped. Oh wow, that is a very aggressive duped. You know, don't you? Fury take me. I prayed this day would come. When Sir Jolon gave chase, I followed close behind. He didn't fall. One of those Dravanian abominations lashed out at him, nearly killed him right then and there. I drew my sword and rushed to his side, straining to see the enemy, but what came from the dark was not a beast but a voice. He knew things about me, and about my family, secrets I had never told another. He said that if I kept his confidence, Sir Jolon and I would be spared. But if I defied him, everyone I loved would suffer unimaginable horrors before they died. When at last I agreed to his terms, the man came forward. His robes marked him as an inquisitor, but I knew him to be false. Together we carried Sir Gerlot to the infirmary, and on his first night in Whiteburn Front, Inquisitor Guillaume was heralded as a hero. Soon after came the accusations. Countless men and women of good moral standing seized was in possession of draconian rosaries. As I feared, he was condemning the innocent to death. I wanted to confess to Lord Drillmont, wanted to put an end to the madness, but then I would remember the Inquisitor's threats, and so I did nothing until Lord Francel was accused. Some time ago, I followed the Inquisitor and found that he kept the draconian rosaries in a chest hidden southeast of Whiteburn Front. So I took several from his chest and planted them in shipments bound for Skyfire locks. As I hoped, they were discovered and considered evidence of a conspiracy against House Halenor, thus exonerating Lord Francel and casting doubt on the other recent trials. And this is the entire truth, I swear. Heloni, forgive me for not acting sooner. Well, I mean, that was a pretty clever plan. She did very well. Where am I going? See you? No. Oh, out there. Come to me, Mayo. Bird, birdie, birdie, bird, 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 bird. My bird is super cool. His name is Mayonnaise. Bird, birdie, 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 bird, bird, bird. Well, yeah, he's up in the cold north. Winter is always here. Search the area southwest east of White River. Search the suspicious box. Someone's waiting for me. It must take a lot to heat these towers, because there's so much empty space, and the roof is just open. Why do you persist in this folly? I will not grant you 3 access to the stone vigil. Do not make me repeat myself. There had better be a very good explanation for why you are carrying these rosaries, and where did you find this papal encyclical? Fury take me, the Inquisitor is a heretic? Never before have I ever heard such an unbelievable tale. But this evidence in your testimony could have no other explanation. I have misjudged you and your friends, Burgle, and for that I deeply apologize. Will you permit me? Excuse me, I will permit you to enter the outpost, but first I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights bring this infernal impostor to justice. I could have trousers, or I could have shoes. Or I can have money.
This introduction is so cute.
Yes.
Like, Stephen King says about how he discovered Lord of the Flies because the library came to his town that was really, really small and didn't have a library, but it came by, in the bookmobile thing.
Yes.
And
On the back of a horse-drawn cart.
And he was looking through the young readers section, and he said to the librarian if she has anything for about boys, children, how they really are, instead of how they're presented in the books published in the 20s and 30s, where they seem to be perfect and don't really do anything wrong. And she said, "Yeah, I'll give you this," and it was Lord of the Flies, and he was shocked that a book about children for adults existed, and was just kind of blown away by it. And I suppose if he had never read it, I don't think he would have written so many books that feature children, like It, for example, how they really are.
You can definitely see how heavily it has influenced his life.
Yeah, because
his writing style.
Yeah, because he definitely has a lot of main characters be children. At least they start off that way. And I just think that if he hadn't have read it, he probably wouldn't have made so many other horror books at the time.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely influential when I think about what it's about and how it reads and what the kids do and such. It's definitely very similar in some places.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting.
Lord Drillmont requires your assistance in bringing the heretic masquerading as Inquisitor Guillaume to justice. That thrice-damned heretic has murdered countless innocents and made a mockery of our laws. Hells take him and his Dravanian allies. I am told that he makes Snowcloak even now, intending to pass judgment upon yet another poor soul whom he has branded heretic. If we hurry, there may still be time to prevent further tragedy. Lend me your strength, Burgle. Together, let us put an end to this impostor's heresy once and for all. No, you were so mean to me earlier, I don't think I want to help. Sometimes I do feel like that would be the fair response. See these people being all fuck you, you're just an adventurer, I don't give a fuck. And then suddenly quick, we need your help specifically, you're the only one who can help us. But of course, I am a hero. And heroes do selflessly accept the task of helping the needy, regardless of how much bullshit they have heaped upon them. Pee into a bottle. None of you keep a bottle near you? Why are you people like this? I forgot about the chat. I do love the old novice network. It's full of such weirdos. Oh no, we're starting shit.
Successful knowledge will interrupt the reader's life. And that's how most of life is
It's very good.
I'm glad that he's done that for me, Christian.
Oh, he's definitely done it for me.
Yeah, like it's. That's why I love books so much, like novels in particular, because whenever you find that one that does that to you, it's always such a magical experience. Like, I know it's such a cheesy reader's thing to say, but it really is true, though.
You needn't tremble so, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Helone's halls. Only the wicked. But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you that I have never questioned the teachings of Helone. Hello, Puppy. Inquisitor, release the maid and come with us. My Lord Drillmon, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am at present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain! I name thee heretic, murderer of Inquisitor Guillaume and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Ishgard, to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure, beyond redemption. How can you not trust the soul patch of a man like me? That's his coat. That's a coat indeed. Ah, grave allegations indeed, but you will find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that which I owe no allegiance? No, Lord Drillmont, my conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? You whose hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crazed crusade? You speak to me of the Ishgardian innocents? Ha! All are complicit in these crimes, for all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. But I know you will not hear me, deafened by dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Dromon, then come, let us see how Ishgardian steel fares against Dravanian fang and claw. Fang and claw, PP. You are fang and claw. Show no mercy, heretic no mercy. Oh no, he's a lizard man thing. From the man before. The man was a dragon all along. A dragon with a coat. On that end. See, look, it's a coat. Yeah. Or looks like a coat. supposing
Just scrapping.
they're scrapping towards one another, but they're aiming. Pasa es code is dead. ¿Qué pasa es muerte? My glamour's dispelled. My pose, T. Well, more like an R. Your plans lie in ruin, heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they will be your last. Cough, wheeze, those are good words. Haha, you may not recall the many Ishgardians I have sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you yet live. Quel pasa es coat? But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within the stone vigil will rend you asunder, and when you are dead, white brim front shall fall.
The fox that at the end.
The fox. Oh, he fell.
Well, she does.
Defiant to the last. Leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserves naught better. But I will be well looked after here. Burgle, I must apologize for involving you in this sordid business. You should never have been asked to intervene in Ishgardian affairs of state. Oh, it's a state, all right. Rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which first brought you into our midst. It is past time that you were reunited with your airship, but this is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray visit me at White Brim Front and bring your associates. Oh no, I immediately left with a Bartine cross. Do it, got the moves. 26 face.
Ew.
It's like a weird, like, shell thing to make it look like a crocodile with a little face.
Disgusting. Sick.
There are some creative critters in this game. Brother, do you want to commit a hate crime? Let's go attack the Albedia. For they are monsters and heretics, evil. They go against sin, yeah? Waka, the final solution. Sorry.
Final Fantasy X is amazing.
It really is.
It's one of my favorite games.
It's one of mine too. That's why I've put about 1,000 hours into it over my life. Where have you been, Burgle? The false Inquisitor has been slain, has he? Yes, well, his was a tale always like to end in bloodshed. Though you have overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask you not to revel in your victory just yet, for there's always more for you to do. You can celebrate once you've secured the Enterprise. I'm so glad he's got all this money he can just randomly give me. Alphino is eager to enter the Stone Vigil. As I am sure you will agree, it is past time we entered the Stone Vigil. Pay Lord Vigilmon a visit and remind him of his obligation to us. Sid and I will follow him on. Follow on the nonce. Is she humping her fox?
I
sounded like the speaker was going.
I think she was just pouring because she just kind of like scratches the floor.
Fair. We owe you all a great debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretic masquerading as Inquisitor Guillaume would still be among us, free to prey upon the innocent. I see now that I was a fool to dismiss your claims out of hand, but you must understand, it seemed too much to hope that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn still lived, to say nothing of Master Garland. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong. Well, it is gratifying to know that someone has derived a measure of enjoyment from your error. Now, if you have no further objections, we would appreciate it if you would permit us to enter the Stone Vigil and retrieve our airship. Yes, of course. It is the very least I could do, given all that you have done for us. But entering the outpost is the least of your concerns, I fear. You speak of the Dravanians that now hold the ruin. In part, yes. I should explain. Shortly after you first arrived, I had my men scour the old records. They confirmed that an abandoned airship had been seized by the soldiers garrisoned at the Stone Vigil in the days following the calamity. As far as we have been able to ascertain, it was still in their custody when the outpost was overrun by the dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say, nor can I give you any assurances that it has been removed in the intervening years. For far too long, the ruin has served as Dravanian foothold in Kurthus, from which they have struck out at us with depressing regularity. Though we have pushed them back behind the walls, we have as yet been unable to drive them out, and I cannot say when the situation will change, or how it will change. Forgive me, Lord Dromel, but there is no guarantee that you will prevail. In any event, we have not the time to wait. We will secure our property without Ishgardian aid. Beirut? I see. Well, that may be for the best. I will inform Sir Nathalan of your impending visit. May Halone guide you, Silence. May Halone guide me indeed. Okay, Stone Vigil will be the next thing, and that, I think, fair ladies and gentlemen, will have to wait until next time. For our time here grows dim. But, I must say, I have immediately fallen back in love with this item. It's so much fun just to jump back in again. Hello, PP. Are you here to bid farewell to the guys and the gals and the whatevers? Oof! Yes, I've got you. She tackled me. Well, she jumped on me, and now she's licking my neck and my face. And she do love me. She also knocked the wind out of me, despite her small size. Okay, I'm done now. Oh, you got a pull on me. So sweet. I love you so much. Almost as much as I love your mummy. But yes, on that sappy, lovely note. Oh my god, you've got a podge. She's got a little podge. I think I'll definitely try and make some time on Saturday again for another session of this, because I love it. It's been too long, and I'm immediately back in, and she's on my hands. Yeah, so for the next 2 Tuesday streams, I will do this, as well as on Saturdays when I'm available, which won't be always. But when I can, I will. And then on the 13th, we'll have Labyrinth of the Demon King. The full game finally comes out. I'm so excited. That will be the new Tuesday slot. And of course, Thursdays is still Gears of War, that I suck at. And hopefully, we'll see some improvements as time goes on with that. Until then, do you have anything else you would like to say? No. How about you, Poopy? Do you have anything you'd like to say to the people out there? No, she's just licking her face vigorously. Well, I guess all that means is that until next time, I hope you guys have a good week. I hope you rest well and don't get into trouble. And don't find yourselves being replaced by traitorous people who steal your identity and ingratiate themselves into your position and start having people murdered as a form of cultural culling. But until next time, I will bid you bye-bye. So, bye-bye.